Yeah, like there's sort of a question I get asked a lot. I see from the community. I've had even people on the team talk to me about. They talk about the survivor perspective of, hey, I was playing a game of Survivor and I looped the killer for 7 consecutive hours, and I unhooked 18 other survivors, and I healed for 93 health states. I fixed 10 generators. It was such an amazing game. I truly am a god amongst mankind when I play Dead by Daylight. But then right at the end, I got thrown on a hook and I died, and I don't like that counts as a loss. And the idea here is, wouldn't it be nice if you could do all of that and sometimes you'd get out alive, right?
Yeah, it would be. That's literally the whole bloody point of a skill-based matchmaking system, Patrick, that it measures skill so that the people who are actually good at the game can be promoted to the top and play versus other bloody people who are good at the game, compared to just people who escape at the end of the game who didn't contribute very much to actually getting out of the game. Are you serious, Patrick? You literally have called it skill-based matchmaking. It is meant to define skill. What is this facetious attitude coming out from behavior? Wouldn't it be nice if our system worked properly? You made the system. Not only did you make the system, but you also spent over a year making this system from tests that didn't work and you had to correct because it is not measuring skill.
Like, wouldn't that be nice? That's the idea. That's all MMR is trying to do, is it goes, I know that you died. It's ignoring how you got there because there's too much nuance to be able to make a real effective system. So we just ignore that. And we go, cool, you play the way that you want to play. You play the best that you can, or you can screw around. Do your thing. I know DBD players love to screw around. I like screwing around. You can screw around all you want, but at the end of the day, it's going to try to find a spot where, as a survivor, you're going to escape from about half the games that you play alive, however you got there. And as killers, it gets a little more complicated. I don't like saying you're going to kill about half the people in the match, because that's not actually how the math works. Killer math gets a lot more complicated. Again, I promised I wouldn't talk too much about math. So yeah, that's the intention there, is that survivors should each escape about half the games that they play. Killers average killing about 2 survivors a match, but that's not really how it works. I probably have some notes in here that I'll talk about later on that topic.
Dude, like, I hate to beat the dead horse, because my last video was literally on why I don't like this system. But this is Behavior's lead game designer today talking about this system that they have forced down our throats in a game that doesn't need to have a competitive side to it, and basically admits that it would be nice if your skill as a survivor was taken into account when it comes to your games of Dead by Daylight, but it just won't happen. And instead of going, hey, maybe that is making all of our games, because don't forget, the whole point of the MMR or skill-based matchmaking system is that it is putting you in matches of your caliber, which means everybody else is also your caliber. Everyone is going into a match even. So if you're playing at low MMR, mid MMR, high MMR, every game is going to feel really tough because everybody is even in that match. That means that every game of Dead by Daylight you play can no longer be fun. It can no longer be tomfoolery. You can no longer go into the game and meme about if you wish to play versus people of that rating, because the whole point of this system is that it is literally designed to put you against people who will get 50% kills, 50% escapes, as far as Patrick wants to define it to us. I don't really have much more to say on this. I think I summed it up pretty well in my previous video in the top right corner if you want to see it. But I just wanted to literally show you from the horse's mouth that Behavior doesn't give a shit about you. It doesn't give a shit about your game experience anymore. And instead of saying, hey, this is not working the way that any of us want it to, let's fix it, they've literally just said, it would be pretty nice if it did, wouldn't it, guys? I hope someone fixes it.
Check me out, y'all.